This is Kenya News Update today. Imagine a forecast so precise, it can predict the exact probability of rain 3 months from now. But here's the twist. For millions across East Africa, this isn't just a weather report, it's a life or death warning. Coming up, you'll discover the shocking 2026 rainfall outlook that could trigger catastrophic floods and devastating droughts across 4 nations, and why experts are sounding the alarm right now. The IGAD Climate Prediction and Applications Center, or ICPAC, has just released a chilling forecast for the March to May 2026 rainy season. The data points to a 45% probability of heavy, above normal downpours across a massive swath of the Greater Horn of Africa. The primary targets? Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, and Burundi are all squarely in the crosshairs for a drenching. But here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't a uniform blanket of rain. The forecast paints a complex and dangerous mosaic. While Tanzania faces a high chance of heavy rain, its coastal regions are actually predicted to see near normal conditions. Uganda is split, with most parts expecting heavy rain but isolated areas forecast for near normal. And in a stark contrast, coastal Kenya is bracing for drier than normal conditions, even as central to western Kenya prepares for wetter weather. This regional disparity is the real story. It means some communities will be battling floods while their neighbors scramble for water. The temperature outlook adds another layer of crisis. Warmer than average temperatures are expected over most of the region, with the highest probabilities over Sudan, Djibouti, and Tanzania. This heat can intensify evaporation and drought conditions in some areas, while supercharging storm systems in others. But here's the part that will blow your mind. This forecast comes with a 40% probability of near normal rainfall for other critical zones. That includes western and eastern South Sudan, parts of southwestern Kenya, most of Somalia, and those coastal areas of Tanzania. And despite the overall seasonal outlook, the report warns that dry spells could still hit areas forecast for heavy rain, and wet spells could surprise areas expecting dryness. This unpredictability is what makes planning so difficult. The forecast was compiled by ICPAC in collaboration with national meteorological services across the region and global partners, like the World Meteorological Organization. It was finalized at the 72nd Greater Horn of Africa Climate Outlook Forum, held right here in Nairobi. Dr. Abdi Fidar, the director of ICPAC, states that this forum remains a critical platform for building consensus on these climate risks. Now, here's the urgent call to action embedded in the data. ICPAC is urging member states and all humanitarian partners to actively use this regional outlook. They must combine it with more detailed national forecasts. The directive is clear: closely monitor updated forecasts and scale up preparedness immediately. The goal? To minimize potential flood and drought impacts, protect lives and livelihoods, and safeguard critical infrastructure from being washed away or crippled by water scarcity. The stakes couldn't be higher. For a farmer in Rwanda, this forecast means deciding whether to plant early. For a family in a floodplain in Uganda, it means deciding whether to evacuate before the rivers swell. For governments, it's a test of early warning systems and disaster response. The controversy lies in the response. Will these nations and their partners act on this data with the speed and resources required? Or will we see a repeat of past disasters where warnings were issued, but action came too late? Some say this level of forecasting is a modern miracle of science. Others say without concrete action, it's just a countdown to catastrophe. The data is on the table. The question is, what will we do with it? The rainy season of 2026 might feel far away, but the time to prepare is now. Do you think regional governments are doing enough to act on these climate warnings? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more critical reports that matter.